Good day, good day, good day, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another special edition of SIPS Meditation with the Full Moon. It's wonderful to be with you all this evening. Let me turn off all the things that go beep on my phone. Let me clean my glasses. I hope all is well with everybody. Welcome to meditation. Welcome to meditation with the moon. Do y'all like that little background I got going on? You'll see the moon on the top there. Yeah, let y'all see it better. For today's meditation with the moon. So, peace and blessings, everybody. We have a very special evening plan. So, good evening, Fee. It's good to see you. Good evening, Sekou. Good evening, Linda from the mountains of Colorado running in. Yes, Fee, I see you. We're here, exciting, looking at the same New York moon. Yes, it's gorgeous. It is. It is. Good evening, Queen Gladys. Hey, mommy. Hi, mommy. That's so sweet. Hello, Melissa. It's mommy. Hi, mommy. Hey, Julian. It's good to see you. And hey, Christopher from Detroit, Michigan. Thank you all for being with me live. Thank you all who are watching. And thank you all who will be watching the replay. So, just to set us up for the evening, I'll introduce myself. My name is Rev Melissa. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I'm a licensed religious science practitioner, a spiritual life coach, and I am the spiritual director of Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a new thought center in New York. I use the spiritual technology of spiritual psychology moment there, spiritual psychology, spiritual practices, and universal principles to companion people in disrupting limiting patterns of beliefs, limiting patterns of thinking, so that they can transform their lives by revealing the healing from within. So I always say, if you need support, if you're looking for a spiritual coach, you can reach out to me on my social media and we can set up some time to talk. We could set up some time to meditate. How about that? Good evening, Imaja. Yes, girl, it's good to see you. I hope all is well with you. So get your things together. The only thing you need is something to write with and something to write on. Those two things. So I have my trusty journal here that I am going to use for my meditation tonight. I love this journal. It was a gift. I love it. And something to write with. So get those two things because we do a full blown spiritual practice with the moon. That is what we do. But before we do that, I share some information about the moon, right? Some things you might know, some things you may not know. So as you get your things together, just keep a listen to this. So February's full moon is known by several different names. It's known as the snow moon, the eagle moon, the bear moon, the hungry moon. And it's known by these names because it's in February and it's usually the coldest month of the year. And it's usually the month that we get the most snow. But we know things are changing, right? Global warming. So those are the names created by our Native American brothers and sisters. The moon illuminated the sky in the fixed fire sign of Leo yesterday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and this full moon is ruled by the sun. All right. So shout out to all the Leos out there. This full moon is the furthest point in its orbit around the Earth. So this will make the moon appear smaller than usual. Although I saw the moon yesterday and it looked pretty big to me. But however, it's also referred to as the micro moon because it appears smaller than usual. So this is a fun fact that I did not know. So according to the science news site Earth Sky, the moon is 252 171,000 miles away. Whereas on average, the distance is usually 237,700 miles between the Earth and the moon. That's the distance. It's usually around 237,000. And right now, this micro moon is further away, 252,000 miles away between the Earth and the moon. I thought that was interesting. So, in general, this moon puts a microscope on your partnerships and relationships. The February full moon falls in the sign of Leo, as I said. And we know that Leo is a fire sign and it's associated with passion, enthusiasm, and creativity. So, this is a good time to reignite the flame from within. This Leo energy can be heightened, and you may feel a greater urge to express yourself and your individuality. It's a good time to really pump up your creativity and to honor your uniqueness. This Leo energy and this full moon is also associated with leadership, romance, and self expression. It's the optimum time for you to bring more intention onto the path that you are leading and to choose yourself first. So you'll know I'm all with that, choosing yourself first. This full moon energy may be pulling out more creativity and more self expression. So, this is a good time to tune in to your intuition even more and to use your imagination even more. It's also a good time to be open to unexpected opportunities and take advantage of them. This full moon will be illuminating areas of our lives that we may also find challenging in our intimate relationships and our finances. It's also a good time to keep your ego in check, especially in your relationships. So, one last piece I'm going to share, then we're going to move on. The signs, there are certain astrological signs that are more impacted by this full moon in Leo than others. And there happen to be 4 signs that are more impacted by the energy of the full moon in Leo than others. Those 4 signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if you're one of those signs, pay attention. So if you're a Taurus, this is a good time for you to focus on family and home. So you want to make sure you, in particular, feel at home at home. Leo, this is a good time for you to focus on yourself and what brings you joy. It's a time for you to stop concerning yourself about the opinions of others and to validate your own self, right? So validate your own self, Simone, my Aquarius sister there. Yes, it's the time to validate your own self, appreciate your own self. Scorpio, this is a good time to focus on your career and to share your gifts and talents in the world. It's a time for you to step out of your comfort zone. And for Aquarius, oh, this is you, Simone, Aquarius. Focus on your romantic relationships and give what you want to receive. So whatever it is that you want to receive in your relationship, give it first. So give what you want to receive in relationships. And that's for Aquarius. All right. So if I didn't mention your astrological sign, that doesn't mean you're not still feeling the energy from the full moon. It's just not as heightened as others astrological signs, the four that I mentioned: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. All right. All right. So there's your moon news. We're going to move on to our inspirational reading. So, part of our spiritual practice that we do every single morning, right? Every single morning we do our inspirational reading. So, I'm going to share one from my Science of Mind magazine. And this one is from January 29th, 2003. It's titled Say Yes to Life. Say Yes to Life. It has an opening quote from the Bible, the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. John 10:10. I have come that you may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. And then there's a quote from The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. Have enthusiasm above all. Have a consciousness of love, a radiant feeling flowing through your consciousness at all times. I like that. A radiant feeling flowing through your consciousness at all times. And here's the reading. Passion, enthusiasm, are these words of the past? Are these values that no longer have meaning? There are people who have passion about a particular subject, and nowadays they are called activists or reactionaries, words not taken too kindly by many. But these people have values and they stand up for what they believe as they move forward with zeal. We may not necessarily agree with their point of view or their way of showing their passion, but the passion is there. I personally prefer to be an activist in consciousness by remaining in mind optimistic and a loving attitude. In this way, we activate a power of love that in the end brings about a more cohesive response in the multitudes. If an idea comes to mind, do you set it aside? Or do you look at the idea and consider the possibility that the creative mind that resides within you placed this thought seed for your consideration? Do you throw it aside or do you ponder on the possibilities? Do you throw it aside or do you ponder on the possibilities of a new or different creation that is about to flower to fruition? Mull it over. Look at the possibility that something useful for you and others is waiting for your unique expression. Let that freedom of passion flow. Live with passion, with enthusiasm, with love for life is God's gift to us. It is time for us to live it more abundantly, more confidently, more fervently, more eagerly. I think if we did this, we would have more energy and more vitality, healthier bodies, and greater peace of mind. Let us say yes to life. And the closing affirmation is: today, every action I take is God action and it's filled with a new passion for life. Today, every action I take is God action and is filled with a new passion for life. All right. There we go. There we go. So that was our inspirational reading. So now we're going to move forward and do our inspirational journaling and our meditation. So, what I would like for you to do is to have your journal handy and your pen handy. And we're just going to take some deep breaths. I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to write the answer to the question down on your paper or in your journal. Okay? So you're just going to follow along with the instructions and be open and receptive, and know that the full moon energy is with you, guiding you through this process. Yes? All right. I got a amen and ashe from Fee. So let's close our eyes. And let's just take some nice deep breaths within. And as we do so, we just allow ourselves to feel some peace. The peace that is always there, the peace that is always present. And we take a deep breath in. And I'm just going to play some music in the background. And we just breathe. Taking that deep breath in and releasing through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. As we just allow this day to be, and we bring ourselves to this present moment. Whatever thoughts come, let them come and let them go. We are not seeking to quiet our thoughts, to lessen our thoughts. We're just allowing things to be as they are, as we breathe. So allow yourself to relax into the moment. Releasing any tension you may feel. Just letting it all go. Releasing, releasing, releasing. And as we let it go, we invite in the energy of this full moon, this snow moon in the sign of Leo, right here present, keeping us company with this glow. And we breathe. And on your next breath, bring to mind a current situation that you may be having difficulty with, a challenge you may be facing. a problem you may be experiencing. And as a visual to this challenge, I just invite you to open your eyes for a moment and look at this picture. It's a picture of an iceberg. And above the surface of the water, you see the tip of the iceberg. And this tip of the iceberg represents the challenge, the situation, the disappointment, the problem, whatever it is represented on the surface, the tip of the iceberg. And take a breath. And now beneath the surface of the water, we see most of the iceberg. Beneath the surface represents our subconscious mind, where our beliefs, where our creativity, where our inspiration resides. Beneath the surface is the cause. Above the surface is the effect. Beneath the surface is where it all is where it all gets created in the invisible realm, where we cannot see with our physical eyes, but we can know and we can see with our spiritual eyes. We could see the fullness, as full as the moon, that this circumstance, this problem, this situation, this disappointment is nothing but a blip. It's nothing but the effect. It's nothing but the tip of the iceberg. And beneath it is the creative soil, the soul that transforms everything. Beneath the surface is where your power resides. Beneath the surface, within you, your soul, is where your answers reside. And this is where we go. We go within. And so you can close your eyes again, or you can continue to look at this iceberg above the surface, beneath the surface. And we bring our attention beneath the surface. Beneath the surface is where the action really is, where transformation and transmutation takes place. And we take a breath. as we allow this to just land inside of us in a more inspiring, empowering way than before. Knowing that we have everything that we need within us to transform the challenges of our lives, in our relationships, in our health, in our physical surroundings, in our work. Nothing is left out because it's all one thing. It's all one thing. And we breathe. And just as the moon is full, appears full, so is the fullness of our soul. And so now take your pen and write down these words right underneath that which you saw as a challenge. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. And just take a breath as you write each word. Breathe it in. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come from this. Write those words just as they are on the screen. Feel that moon energy washing over you. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. Nothing but good shall come forth from this. And take a breath. And so now I have a question for you. Do you believe this? Do you believe that moving forward from where you are today, moving forward from the way in which you are holding this situation, this circumstance, this problem, this relationship, whatever it may be, the way you are even holding yourself, that moving forward, nothing but good shall come forth from this. Do you believe this? Do you have faith? The faith of a mustard seed. That this is the truth of your life. That beneath the surface, all is good. All is for your highest good. regardless of the appearance now. Beneath the surface, it is being transformed. Beneath the surface, it is being transmuted. Are you willing to hold it as such? To hold it and to hold yourself more lightly, more lovingly, to shine your light, that light that illuminates like the moon, to shine it and allow the energy of transmutation transform whatever it is. Are you willing? And take a breath. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. And take a breath. So the last piece that we will do is just take a moment or two to write down anything that is present for you now. Connect with that moon energy and see what the moon has to say about all of this. Just write down whatever is there. No judgment, no analysis. Just allow it to flow, to come through onto the page with grace and with ease. And we'll take a minute to do that. And let's take a breath. Just bring your writing to a pause. And you can continue after. Before you go to bed is a good time. Set some bedtime intentions for whatever you need, for more clarity, for next steps, to call in divine guidance and see what comes through in your dreams or right when you wake up. Or you might wake up in the middle of the evening, the middle of the night, with a word of inspiration. So keep something by your bedside so that you can capture it. And if you haven't, you can open your eyes and bring yourself back into your space. Just do a little shimmy just to bring yourself present again. And take a breath and let it go. And so we're going to close this by affirming what we wrote, this affirmation, and let's say it out loud together. And we're going to say it twice. Here we go. Moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. Take a breath. And again, moving forward, I am knowing that nothing but good shall come forth from this. And so it is. Amen. So thank you all for being with me this evening for our special edition of SIP, Meditation with the Moon. We do this every full moon. There's 13 full moons in 2023. So we get an extra one in this year. I think join me tomorrow for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa as we continue our non-resistance series, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right where you are watching me now. You're so very welcome, Simone. It's good to see you, Dr. Tracy. Peace and blessings, everybody. Take this in. Take this in. Repeat that affirmation and know that all things are working together. All things are working together for your highest good. Always. Be well. Be blessed, Linda. Thank you all. I will see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.